There we go. Alright, let's see. Okay, why is Restream not working? What the hell? What the fart, Restream? It should be running. Okay, so DLive's up. Okay. Screw you, Restream. Looks like I'm gonna have to go check everything manually. Let's see. Is Twitch up? Okay, Twitch is up. Let's check YouTube. Okay, so YouTube's up, DLive's up. Check Twitter. So is that? Well, everything's up. Got it. Okay, so Twitch is up, or Twitter's up. Alright, let's see. It looks like everything's on. Okay, looks like everything's up and going. Okay. Alright, everything's up, I think. How did that work? Come on, how did I get that to work? Okay. Come on, give me my drink. Give me some frickin' shit. Guess I might as well just throw some in Discord. popping up on this thing. Okay. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Kyoko doesn't have nails, she has gloves. There's something weird about the body's fingernails. These are fake nails, they're really long. They seem like they get in the way of normal activity. There's also something in the back of her right hand. It's a tattoo, burned, can't make it out. Dog, someone never seen anything like it before. Cover the body, wet, yeah. Oh, there's nothing on top. The body didn't get wet at all. Pull up. Okay, so white jacket was wearing got really picked up. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing to do here. One, two, three, 4 chickens. Oh, 4.
Yo!
Hey, what's going on, Makoto? I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens we were in here yesterday? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right?
Huh?
What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. Ah! That's weird. I wonder if when it disappeared.
But
I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then.
What?
What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
Conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If every single piece disappears, the entire world remains unfinished. Oh, there are my alerts. Now they're popping up. Do my best to ignore Hero and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Man, I don't know how I did that. Listen, Makoto, do you remember how the body looked, before it blew up? I don't remember, right? He was wearing some kind of mask, like a big white coat. Also, there's a knife sticking out of the stomach and the area around where it's stained with blood. Apparently, the wound stopped bleeding, but the blood was on the body was still wet. Yaka said not to touch it before getting it all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Okay.
Wow, thanks, that was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. We're going to have to talk about... well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember a lot better, too. So thank you, too. You should have been stopping wet in here. This panel that controls the sprinklers, they're set to turn on 7:30 every morning, and one of them said the time positively couldn't be changed. Hi, hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning. If the body was here before then, the sprinklers would have gotten it wet, which would mean that murder must have taken place after 7:30. Who does the body belong to? There it is. I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Okay, no, I was going for the TV.
What?
Fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure. I feel like I've seen something like this before. But where? Wait, was it there? I have to double check that later. Fragments here, that's what I added to the bullet. Okay, where the hell did I see that? The reason why they got stabbed does it have to do with me somehow? I don't know, I don't remember a thing. No, it can't be, there's no way. Welcome to the flower. It sure is really good plastic. I don't think really the case. Okay. Tell me, I want to talk to you. What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words...
I like to hear your alibi. Alibi?
In other words...
Correct, I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick. I fell asleep all night. Why are you asking about that now? What's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? Hey, what's going on, Mark? How you doing? Where it took place after nighttime. How do you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hero's been spending most of his time in the garden last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I confirmed that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
In other words...
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina were in the gym together the entire night last night.
I'm a true Danganronpa fan.
Yep, that is very true. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's room to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone, even when we went to the bathroom in Paris. Hey, Starry, how you doing tonight? In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only one who doesn't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
That's right.
And the victim really is Kyoko,
Hey,
but I'm the only one with an alibi. So when we went to get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well. But you never came to the door, so where precisely were you? I'm telling you the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever. That's hardly an alibi. I know.
Hi Mark. Hi
What?
Casual. Me and Starry are the true Danganronpa
Ah,
fans.
very true, Mark. Very true. Seem to be quite a disadvantage here. The only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it?
I'm doing great. What about yourself? Yes, 3.
Not too bad. Just had a long day at work today. 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and
Serious?
I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? Should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember what that was. When Kuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock. As usual, I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. When I headed to the gym, everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? Now then, Toko, what time is it? Oh, we left the gym. It was just before 9 o'clock, so probably 9 on the dot now. Tried to be...
Oh darn. That sucks.
Yeah, it's summertime here, so the warehouse was starting to get hot. And me being in that equipment picks me up to the roof and stuff like that. It just raised me real high up in the air and stuff, so. What the hell? Why is my freaking... Why do I have a delay? Shouldn't be any delay.
I've had a migraine since 12 today. It finally ended around 2 hours ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh dang //.
You know?
Yeah, my freaking I've got a lag on my camera. No information, I think you're right. And we say for sure the body was found around 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job. When was the body found? Okay.
Caller from FT popped up on the wafer bot. Yet I took 2 Tylenol and it didn't even touch it __.
Ooh. See, Tylenol doesn't ever do it for me. I have to use Excedrin. Oh, Graze Master. This is a tarp. Wait, was there a tarp in here before? Probably should look into that. Probably could be related to the case. The top is wet. It's covered with mud and grime. The other side, it's totally clean, completely dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dirty. Something
Watch
about that bothers me.
ASMR Starry.
No, don't watch ASMR, sorry. also one thing in here that concerns me. Really hope there aren't any hidden clues in the fertilizer. He's down the same. He's back in Mondo's jacket.
It helps migraine.
I don't know about that. Here, I don't think anything's.
ASMR scares me degree.
I think I've checked everything I need in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Especially the fragment I found here. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. And I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Of course, really Kyoko, if that's true. Is that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko never is the kind of person to talk about all of herself. Degree. Maybe I can get into a room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room.
There is an ASMR
It's all clear now.
by casual, maybe that won't scare you.
Oh, don't punish her with that. And it's not ASMR. Maggie just made more supercuts of me saying stupid stuff and sounding stupid. Which it was very well done, my Maggie did a good job with it. I found it flows very well, and I sound very dumb, and it's very funny. Because somehow we got onto mukbang ASMR, and I was making weird noises, and Maggie cut that and put it into other clips of me saying stuff and everything, and made a very good noodle shop video. I'll simply limit your options.
What?
Oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. I see. No, not the freaking tool shed. No. Yes, leave the tool shed. Hey, Byakuya.
I also cut it and made a 1-hour loop.
Oh, jeez. If you do come up with an alibi, I'll be happy to hear it later at the class trial. No, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid you can't take that risk. You're a prime suspect after all. Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see.
Goodbye.
Being on my mood, I may go with you or I may not. What a prick. Okay, then in terms to look around somewhere else. Maybe we should go check out that one area. What one area?
Like that.
What one area? The bio lab, is it? No, wrong one. Square. There are bits of charred debris near the body. Seems familiar.
Here's straw https://youtube.b/i7 kayak.
Could it be the biolab?
I mean starry. That was great, hahaha XD.
Yeah, Maggie did a good job. Catch me, you can. Wait up, I'm gonna punish you. Oh, I don't remember seeing that. That's actually kind of funny. Time to figure it. No more. Stomp, stomp. He's so dirty. Oh jeez, what is going on? I wonder if it's on that second floor. Oh, well, yeah, I wonder if it has to do for the bomb. I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
Oh, okay. I just found something. What is it?
Huh?
It's what? It's a bomb.
What?
And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about it. Fragments I found in the garden. Okay, I've checked everything I need to check. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. Should back to the garden and ask Byakuya. They can go soon now.
Let's go.
You want to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Alright, wait for me. No. I'm gonna beat you there. Oh, wait, you beat me here. Can't unlock myself near Byakuya. Oh, he's right there. Just unlock the freaking door. You blind-headed douche baguette. Well then, here we go. I'll get out the key and slip the keyhole. Click, and it's open. Looks like it. Thanks.
Douche baguette.
Douche baguette. Douche baguette. Or douche canoe. It's a wood block decoration.
What?
What's that purpose? What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key.
Reasons I couldn't
Lockers
be
are those really
that
traditional
plays
public
games.
bathhouses use them
One,
for
I
their
get
locks.
uncomfortable when people watch me play them. Thank you. Smiley face. Oh, no problem. It's you know what? I figured either people are gonna make fun of me or I was gonna hit it off, and you know what? People make fun of me and I hit it off, so it all works. Douche baguette all the way.
Douche baguette all the way. I said something to somebody. Oh, I was referring to someone's ex. I'm like, well, good thing you don't talk to that douche canoe anymore. And they're like, what did you just say?
Someone chat on Messenger.
Yeah, no, that wasn't Messenger. That was some notification from my phone. Oh, my brother's posting on Facebook. I was like, douche canoe, and she's like, douche canoe? Oh, hi, Yuki Cookie. And they're like, I've never heard that one. I'm like, I've used that term since high school. I'm like, that's just a weird term I've always used. How you doing, Yuki? Lockers are those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly
But if it is a key, then I might know what it unlocks. Really, what? Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. Dojo.
Maggie the Magster would love your
In the
name,
bathroom.
Yucky. Oh, so kinda like me and fudge nuggets, haha.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Might have certain articles hanging out the dry bin and look inside. You guys didn't even come with a change of clothes. What are you talking about?
Such
I think it would be
ignorance.
wise to look around a bit more. Oh, okay.
It's
don't know what else to look at. I guess I need to talk to you now.
What?
You want to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular, I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
Can't be serious, that's why you made me take the time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless, you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete, something to give us more direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know. Kyoko gave me something. What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure that's somewhere. I found it. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. Open the envelope and look inside. There's a single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What?
That's all that was in there? That looks like. Under the sheets, what could it be? Could something be hidden under the sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I looked at the sheets... What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Class 70, number 78 student registry. Murako Ikusaba.
I see.
It appears to be Murako Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, it looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck in the headmaster's room along with the key. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Oh, okay. Made an effort to pull myself together and then look down at the profile sheet. Sex, female, the ultimate soldier. Oh crap. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained.
Yukiko is now on my party.
Oh, okay. Oh, you got Yukiko. Yeah, okay. So you just got done with. So you're done with the first dungeon then. Although small for her age, a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while her and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An interest in international investigation turned up no information and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she had received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. What the crap? Joined a mercenary group out of nowhere? The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in is completely different than dimension. It's like one's non-fiction, the other is sci-fi. And there's no way to even compare the two. That's how different it is. That's how I saw things. I was just an ordinary person, but then
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Oh, you recognize it?
Naturally.
Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses. They always get the job done. That's worth remembering. It's all part of the removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says Fenrir has already
Found it!
Well, I feel like a hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero. Ah, it's you!
What?
What have you got in your pretty little hand there?
What?
Oh, you found her profile? So what if we did?
Yes,
Hey,
joining a
come
random
on
mercenary group
now.
for fun. Laughing face.
Yeah, exactly. Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe he'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous. Bears are omnivorous, you know?
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication, organization, and order. Which is why even I, as a school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course!
Absolutely. I can't have you complain about how unfair it all is, now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness,
Oh,
would
and
you
Teddy
like to
got
know something
annoying real
interesting?
quick.
Oh yeah, Teddy gets annoying the minute you meet him. Interesting. It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hall back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think the first meeting may have had a little misunderstanding among you all. A misunderstanding? Are you saying?
in other words.
That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes,
The
indeed.
total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16 then.
Mukuro Ikusaba,
Mukuro Ikusaba.
the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba. She's part of the school life. She's the one making all the regulations.
Why?
Huh?
Did you say something? Why are you telling us this?
Hmm.
Well, because like I told you, this is a killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed.
Make sense?
Well, now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I'll have an extra bonus for you. Revenge?
Yeah.
I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm going to share a little secret with you. Seriously?
Hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves all day, in and out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone else to see. Ah, so it's not Kyoko. Nice. What? Okay, that's all you get. Monokuma's account. Ah, okay, so Kyoko's alive. Wears his gloves to cover up a bunch of scars. Wait, on the back of her hand. Oh no, the tattoo. Wait, but no, Monokuma specifically said there were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears the gloves to hide the scars, which means those fake nails on the corpse. The fake nails wouldn't fit in the gloves, Makoto. Why do you have to be so retarded? Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap.
Such
God must have
ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Exactly. I'll have to agree with you on that, you pretentious butthole. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student.
That's right.
there. Obviously, Monokuma is trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules of the game. But why would he tell us that? And why now? He wanted to make sure things were clear so he wouldn't have any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to the case.
It's certainly
Mukuro.
possible.
Perhaps he's the one who killed Kyoko. What?
Hmm.
That would explain why we would have to have the class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
Based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear.
Mukuro Ikusabe isn't the culprit. What makes you say that? I thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. Well, if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
So, in other words,
Mukuro giving us information would be raise questions about her. Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense then to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it definitely does seem possible, but if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places that need investigation. I should find out if that key to the dojo really are connected.
let's go.
Are you coming? Yes! Yes, sir! I think it goes to the locker. There are wooden lockers here, there's wood block keys, just like those to the bathhouse. Looks like a key in Kyoko's room.
I see.
Okay, do you see the locker further to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found in that locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it. Okay. Insert in the deal. Click. You accepted and opened it. There are arrows in here, like 10 arrows total.
look like they're made of titanium, which they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing that strong sticks. Oh, there's something inside the locker. It's wadded up in ball of duct tape. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what it's used for. Is that bloodstain?
I see.
If it is, it means it surely would be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow, but how could it possibly be involved? Can I do the juice? I think this whole locker has off for now. Is something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case, but how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps, Byakuya, forget it, because she's not dead. Come on, we need to continue on the next location. What? What next location?
What?
There's still something I need to look into. We need some research on Fenrir. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro is part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where's the school? Where in this school would you go to do research on? Where in this school would you go to do research on something? Research the library or the archive? That's right, the archive will have all kinds of info on that kind of general public doesn't have access
Let's
to.
go.
Alright, we only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. Yeah. Run. There. I believe there's a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. That's good stuff. Gotta love patriotism. Yako seems to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to the shelf in the back. Here we go. Quickly return with a file in hand.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says, what language this is. How do you make it all the way through high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever, I'll read it to you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times, isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles, operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are no unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they had acquired. Some, however, believe there is a mounting internal tension within the group and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it? This just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, this isn't. This is our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. Unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word to use. So anything jump out to you? This may be the last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report says something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right, Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. So is Mukuro that's dead? What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir. Could that mean Mukuro Sabo's profile has been updated in the truth bullet section of... So Mukuro is the dead body.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us, organisms, the earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
The time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
Right.
It would seem that way. Let's go. Dun dun dun! Time for someone to get obliterated. I have to say, like, after the first death, like... Chihiro, or Alter Egos and
Leon's deaths were really the only two, like, freaking, like, jaw-dropping, like, oh my god, deaths and executions. Oh, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck were you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the two of you?
Huh?
What are you, jealous?
Hey.
Are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for a full 5 minutes waiting for something weird to happen. 5 minutes became 10.
I agree with that 100%.
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here or what?
What?
Jeez. Did I scare you?
Like the
Come
alternative
on.
ego was such a shock when I played haha.
Oh god, yeah, like I was like, no. Crunch, 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 crunch. All the other executions were kind of... Mondo's was probably the biggest letdown. He just zapped into butter. I was expecting something more shocking and painful. And then Celeste and stuff, she just got hit by a bus while on fire. Or hit by a fire truck while on fire. But yeah, Alter Ego and Leon's were probably the most painful to watch. And man, an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait here like that? What? I made you wait. You got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words...
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start until everyone's here now, can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. It's me you're waiting for. I'm here. You heard a voice and we all spun around the left.
Hey.
I knew it. I'm here. No rules broken. Kyoko. Kyoko, you're still alive? No, that's like a ghost. Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it in the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
Is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school erection did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty, officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, just hustle your butts into the elevator. I'll be one step ahead of you. Monkuma's gone, we all rush up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps that's not necessarily a good thing for us. He's right, now we gotta deal with the ghost. I told you to stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Got me looking. Master, wait for me. Good call. Who knows what might happen if we take too long.
But...
I'll be happy when this trial's over. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Yoko before the trial started. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you?
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. Second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I'll miss an announcement because of that.
Whew.
I had no idea the body would be discovered. When did you find out?
So...
Just now. I finished my search and came back down just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go into trial completely uninformed, can I? That's why you're late.
However...
Sorry I kept you all waiting, but if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's where the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words...
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which I can open any lock in the school. What?
Just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving the current situation.
It would seem...
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her. Strange way to put it. Class trial is important for everyone, so right, why would she have to say a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all it said. That's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? His door shut. Slid down to hell. Mwahahaha. This time the clunking loud enough to hurt my ears and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In the dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We
Well,
just
the
stood
way
there.
I look at the butter thing is that so much force was on him that it kinda just squish, so just imagine the pain. Sorry for the late response, I was cleaning W.
Oh, it's all good, and YouTube has a delayed response anyways. I guess that makes sense. Just, I don't know, it just kind of beep. But like I said, Mondo, or not Mondo, but Leon and freaking Alter Egos, those were like the, not only like the jaw dropping, but also the heartbreaking ones. Like those like hurt deep down and stuff. Where like how much of an impact that each one had. Leon had one because he got killed by baseball. Alter Ego had one because I was a beacon of hope. After a measurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. Dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. It wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was school! Oh, light of despair. Like I said, school. What the crap?
I can't wait! I can't wait!
I've been waiting for this. It's been like forever since we got together like this. Time for pointless jokes and jabs and
Thrills!
spats.
Chills!
Time to get on with the show. Everything changed, so the curtain opened for the 5th time. Deadly judgment, deadly deception, deadly betrayal, deadly riddle, deadly defense, deadly faith, a deadly clash trial! Okay, I got more skill points, so let's see if I got 17, cool. I can do something. Increase the time limit for each phase. Effective during class trial. Colon compose. Steadiness. Steadies your aim a little. Effective during non-stop debate and Hangman's Gambit. I'm not too worried about that. Handiwork. Allows you to reload 2 bullets at a time. Effective during bullet time battle. Costs 4 SP. Increase time limit for each phase. Effective during the class trial. Costs 3 SP. Say, you know, I don't think I'm gonna. Oh, it costs 4.
Fair point. I was super sad for both of those two, especially Alter Ego, even though he could be slightly annoying at times. Just the friendship and all that is what made it super sad.
Yeah.
No 8,000 times no.
Good, smart, very, very good. Sorry, that's the answer that keeps you in everybody's friends list.
He creeps me out.
Don't worry, sorry, you're safe because you're not 2D. Alright, let's make sure I don't screw this one up.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. If you can
we already
figure
know all
out
this
an I'll
stuff.
punish everyone. Okay,
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
You're an
But
idiot.
Kyoko's standing right there.
Thank you, Toby.
No, that's a ghost.
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
I agree with you.
Okay. So I just have to prove
If you
that
like
the
Haikyuu,
corpse isn't
something is wrong
Kyoko,
with you,
right?
degree.
I agree with you, sorry.
Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
Shut up. We're gonna have to stuck around. We're gonna be stuck in the case I won't move forward, so I don't have any choice but to shoot someone in the head. Oh. Debate. Okay. Okay.
it had fake nails, so.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she
Must have been wearing gloves.
No, that's wrong.
Dash.
No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
The way you
Well,
use some of these
Kyoko,
cases
any
gets
thoughts?
kinda stupid. This is a prime example of ghost, then that's what causes you to lose, which I find stupid.
Yeah. Okay, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
I know.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so.
The face was scorched beyond recognition.
Oh crap, okay. Already screwed up.
Shoot!
Ah, that was one heart. Ouch.
If Kyoko really is, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to... I don't think so.
The face was scorched beyond recognition, and there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Well, if we can't
Identify the body.
There we go.
No, that's wrong. There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
A cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
Oh,
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
Oh, jeez. Gambit. Gambit.
Now I understand! The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Oh, didn't know that.
Man, After all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
What? Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description.
Frick it up. I feel it's worse than Greek mythology.
Sometimes, yeah, you're right. Sorry. It's like I actually was like doing, like looking over some stuff and everything, and like a lot of the mythology and stuff like bounces. Like, oh well, they existed this point in time, but we changed their name and now we took away some of their powers, or we did this and we changed their powers because they were too powerful. Like it's weird, and they steal from other cultures all the time.
All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Then who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
And then how some of them are created is very disturbing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like the Minotaur. The Minotaur is a very interesting creation process.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record.
I don't even know how to explain how disturbing it is.
Yeah.
The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope! There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
Looks now I mean Kyoko. Damn it. I can't let this in. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at, well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but
The one who saw the body first was...
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
We gotta find out who throws people inside the TVs.
Oh, that's me. But you'll never take me alive, Mark. Never take me alive. I didn't think what time is it? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we already know all that.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
we ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
You're doing it.
But yeah, I mean, don't you want to go hang out with your favorite TV characters? That's why I put you in the. That's why I put people in the TV. I can't fit myself, but I can let everybody else, let other people go hang out with their favorite TV characters. I mean, Mark wants to go hang out with Chie, don't you?
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
It looks like the game has begun. If I had an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove murder didn't happen during that time. I don't have an alibi. Alright, so the sprinklers.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Very true.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections,
Now would be the
Okay.
we've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Oh, what the hell?
Shoot!
Oh, come on. What the hell?
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at
Night.
There it is.
No, that's wrong! Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on.
How have
I
you been
remember this
pushing
part
up your glasses
perfectly.
every time you solve something?
No, I keep forgetting. I'm not a very good detective. Hold on, I gotta do the grandpa deal. That way I can actually push him up.
The body was wet.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you say such a decent word!
Oh!
No, I'm saying that the body was wet,
Ew,
but not because
Toko.
of the sprinklers.
What do you mean by denying the sprinkler? Are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd
Ha, ha,
better
ha.
tell us
I'm
why!
not either. I'm sure you're better than what you give yourself for.
Clear. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay,
You
now
should
we're.
become small and wear a bow tie.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! How can you say it was—
This should prove it.
I think I'm having a pretty good feeling that. I'm pretty sure Froppy's the one who did
Just
it now.
remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Without an alibi. Which means that Mukuro's killer is. No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone?
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever, which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
What the hell?
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided
How
getting
is
wet.
Junko from this game?
Junko? I don't know. Oh, Junko? Yeah, Junko. Yeah, she's from this game. Sorry, yeah, I had to think about it for a second. Yeah, she got killed before the first class trial happened.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
What the hell? Why would she want to make me look like a killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. It's used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? The body.
Wait.
Something's not right.
Something's not right.
And what might that be? By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water.
Oh, crap. Nope, that wasn't it.
Shoot!
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting...
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that...
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless.
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty!
No, that's wrong. Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh!
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage? What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened, miss. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
The chicken! Oh, that's what happened to the chicken. They didn't even make chicken nuggets. Freaking jerks.
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood?
They could have at least make some chicken nuggets : / and shared.
Exactly, Starry. My sentiments exactly. Waste not, want not. Those freaking bungholes.
Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I wish
I wonder
Oh, you
if
had
the
the same
killer
idea.
had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I like it when they say
Wait,
chicken in a
no.
serious tone.
The
No.
head was through the
Yeah,
neck
exactly.
hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time.
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off, but the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they'd already covered in blood.
Chicken! Chicken! Chicken!
This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the
Chicken.
sprinklers turned off?
Chicken.
Straight face.
Chicken!
That actually wouldn't have
Damn
been all
you,
that
chicken!
difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe. But still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
What the hell?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
So she falls back on me again. But why? Why is he trying to entrap me? I don't understand. This guy's dead body has been added to the truth book section of...
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea.
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. Then why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
And
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000%
get clear. I'm not the killer. I'm not the killer! I killed him, not her. This guy's
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her.
Right?
Nope, that wasn't it.
Shoot!
Crap.
The knife we found lodged.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was.
If he did have that knife, that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife, that automatically make.
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Okay, so
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, that seals it. Makoto,
Just because I had the knife, that automatically.
well, getting stabbed
Is what killed her, right?
nope, that wasn't it either. Damn it.
Shoot!
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, that seals it.
Just because I had the knife, that automatically make.
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her.
Right? So there's no question.
You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Okay.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically make.
Well,
Getting stabbed is what killed.
There it is.
No, that's wrong. Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
lies. We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body.
No, I've never played RuneScape.
Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
That condition of the body is written down.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
Then the knife.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
Look at Toko freaking fly!
The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion?
Toko
anyway?
go whee!
Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like
Team
that?
Toko blasting off again!
That's your same reaction from the last you saw Froppy fly.
I know. It's funny every time I see it. See what that explosion anyway. Why did it blow up all of a sudden?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Then what actually do you think of the explosion?
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural. Because, of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma.
Boing.
It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
Rather than kill the victim, need to concentrate. Concentrate and trust in the heart of the cards, Yugi, or Makotard.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit
On the back of her head.
Nope, that's not it. Damn it.
Shoot!
Then, shall we continue? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah. She was already...
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was...
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then, shall we continue? The victim's fatal injury has yet...
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah. She was
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one...
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was...
And more than that, the victim had suffered
Countless wounds across her
entire body.
Dang it.
Then, shall we continue? The victim's fatal...
The explosion didn't kill...
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't then...
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence...
And more than that, the victim had suffered...
countless wounds across her entire body.
Okay, that wasn't it either.
Shoot!
Dang it. I'm about to
Then,
die.
shall we continue? The victim's fatal injury...
Has yet to be
determined, correct?
Damn it. Okay. Now I'm just shooting straws.
Shoot!
I only got one more chance. I got two more chances. I'm screwed.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, shit.
Shoot!
Okay, hold on.
Then, shall we continue? The victim's fatal...
The explosion didn't kill...
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't then...
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it.
There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire... Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's...
Fatal injury has yet.
There it is.
No!
I keep
it's
forgetting
wrong.
about the flashback. Or bullet.
Mukuro died because of the blow
I
to the
don't
back of the
understand
head
this.
she
How
suffered.
does this mechanic work?
The flashback deal is basically if someone says something that I can copy it and then take it back to another part of the debate and stuff like that and use it there. Basically, like if someone says something that I don't have in my truth bullets, I can go, oh, boom, I need this. I'm gonna borrow this. I'm gonna use it over here. I keep forgetting about it every freaking time.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't...
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh, yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then...
What was the murder weapon? The Monokuma file says she
We
was
should
hit
do
with
a
a blunt
Danganronpa in
object,
real game on
about
your
as
house
thick as
top.
a metal pipe.
All the time too.
I don't feel like dying in my own home, Mark.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
How
You're
is
an
that even
idiot.
possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave
My
their
uncle had
skull
to
in
keep reminding
completely.
me __ dot.
Gotcha.
Dot. You can be the bear.
Okay, but I don't know if I want to see you guys kill each other either.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
And
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
Oh.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
I haven't, though. What the hell? What am I looking for? Nope, I screwed up.
Shoot!
Ah, shit. I'm gonna have to restart.
I refuse to give up yet.
Those flashback bullets always screw me up. What is the real freaking...
if you knew how badly I wanted to tell you.
I know, I know. I'll charge my way through this. I appreciate this, sorry. I'm the same way when I watch people play stuff or watch TV shows. No, that's not it either. Metal pipe.
Shoot!
Wait a minute, it said metal pipe. Oh, let me see this again. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which would include their body. Been struck in the head with an object as thick as a metal
I
pipe.
believe in you, Hoodie.
Thank you.
You got this.
The body had been covered in the... Okay, metal pipe. Oh wait, hold on. Maybe?
I got it!
Oh,
Okay, I didn't think it was...
Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
An arrow? That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master! You have no right!
I'm not backtalking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
More about that weapon. One more secret.
The titanium arrow.
Oh crap.
It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced.
Well, as in, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Dang it, I missed.
Talking back to Master!
Shut up, Toko.
You have no right!
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
Damn it.
You don't sound convinced.
Well, it said the weapon must have been about as thick. It seems like an arrow would just be too...
Okay, cool. Well,
No, that's wrong.
That's the one I needed.
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
Oh.
Surely you don't intend to pretend. You know what will happen if you cover for the culprit. There's only one thing that can lead to the death of us all. Remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb.
Byakuya. He did it. He had Kyoko's key.
That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just, there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
She knew I was being attacked. She came to my rescue. Could that be when? Which would mean that Kyoko killed someone for
That's
me.
enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know?
Byakuya would know better than anyone. What does that mean? Oh, because Byakuya had her freaking key. That's what I was saying earlier.
Those words you just spoke. What do you—
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct?
Crap, wasn't it?
Shoot!
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly what I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone.
Byakuya!
Master would never hide something.
There's proof that
You aren't the culprit.
Damn it. Okay.
Shoot!
those words you just spoke.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer.
Damn it. Okay, so I've got to do a flashback.
Shoot!
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly what I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya!
Master would never hide something.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory. You said I hid the evidence and then left.
The locker key in my own room.
Correct?
But could I really have done that?
Those words you just...
Exactly what I'm not the killer.
You should understand that.
Byakuya!
Master would never.
There's proof
That you aren't the culprit.
Okay.
No, that's wrong. If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room
Huh? Why not?
because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room...
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
It would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There's a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just said. An obvious lie. But this isn't like her. Trying to save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened because she's the killer? Or is there something else? Was there something deeper meaning in what Kyoko said earlier? And I die here, the mystery of the skull will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the Mastermind has laid for us. Mastermind's trap. Mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko, but what if it's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I? Mastermind's trap. The victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her. What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie? Am I the only one who knows it's a lie? Am I the only one who can expose it? Who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The Mastermind's trap. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do I do? That right here and now. Let it go. Made my decision. I decided to believe in Kyoko. There's no way to kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko
Well,
mentioned.
does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
What?
Back to me.
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it. Let's think about it one more time.
Huh?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why...
Okay, time's...
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
Voting time?
Did I just lose? I didn't do so good on that one. Look at, oh.
Now, who will be chosen as the placket?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What?
Yeah, so I guess I lost. I guess I screwed up. I should have pursued the lie. What?
Sorry.
You're wrong. You got it all wrong. I didn't do
Yes,
it.
indeed.
Good job.
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right. No, I don't know. I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. The whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
Makes perfect sense.
Shing!
Same as always, just like the other class trials. I'm going to end it the same way.
Thrills!
Time for you to get a hard
chills,
punishment. Wait, why do I... Kyoko?
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Am I gonna have to do that entire freaking trial again now? Son of a bitch. So much for power of friendship. I guess it's kind of. This is a pretty intricate death. After school lesson. Teaching me about the birds and the bees. Alter ego? What's sweet little alter ego doing here?
Uh-huh. What's this? What's going on? Hey, was that? Yeah, that had to be. Alter ego. Alter ego? Someone's stupid virus from that stupid guy. He must have played it when he invaded my network. Damn it to hell, I don't believe this.
It would seem...
You finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words...
What I'm saying is you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? Barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. Stupid virus gone now. So is Makoto. Maybe I didn't smash him flat, but you're never going to see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit in a way that's even better special punishment. But still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still going to bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Is he gone? Hey Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell's going on?
Calm down.
It's okay, we're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What
are
did
you
you...
talking about?
So...
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. Massive high school towers all over the building is a bustling urban area, like the school stands out in the center of the world. What the hell? Havoc Peak Academy, bring the top students from every field imaginable. Say you come here, manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. Hundreds of years of traditions. It sends the cream of the crop to the workforce every year, but it's built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a very fitting name. There are two things you need to attend to school. One, you have to be taking high school. Two, you have to be the very best at what you do. Learning student is allowed to real hood. Only way you can, if you're scouted, is by the school itself. Saying that the school, ultimate field students was me. Ning? What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on a hard one to heavy. Good for me, it's not in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing sleeping here? This wasn't a class I've never been in before. What's going on? Yeah! Finally, I could finally feel my mind and body started to come back together again, and then I was awake. Was this just another dream? A dream instead of a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream, I could tell, because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell! This vast, dark cavern and the barest hints of light seeping in. Trash piled all across the area. So it's like some kind of underground garbage pit. Heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. What was the second here until I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what happened. Alter Ego saved me. He used up the last bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now, for myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First was to start looking for a way out of here. Well, that was an interesting twist. The desk probably fell down here with me. It's a rocket tank. Better not turn to what I'm seeing down here. Rattle, rattle, it's locked. Rattle, rattle. No matter how many times I push or pull the kick, it didn't budge. Getting out here isn't gonna be that easy. I'm not getting out of here anytime soon. Decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that's pointless too. Next, I search for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink, which ones aren't? All around a bad idea. Again, pointless. I feel like I'm locked in on all sides. Still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, next thing I decided to do was die. Go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was the only way to preserve what little strength I had left, but it better not be. After not being able to eat or drink. Can't be sure, but I think at least a full day has to have passed. All I did was sleep and sleep, and it was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign, not exactly. Grunch! What the? Strange sound pierced my silence, actually jarring me awake. As I watched a pile of garbage jostled up and form an odd shape. Did something fall down here? Something fell from up top. What could it have been? A giant piece of trash just fell down. I carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was.
Just a second.
Giant piece of trash. Rude? Before she even emerged from the pile of trash, I knew who it was.
It smells awful.
Oh, the queen of the ramen cups. Kyoko,
Indeed.
you look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So,
Yeah, obviously, I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You got a bit of garbage in your hair. You ever had a quick sharp shake to get rid of the trash and face me again?
hey,
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you. Snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, my mouth was making its way into my mouth and towards my stomach. But that really hit the spot. Now I've got the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about...
The little nature roll through.
Yeah, the little nature roll. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at.
Naruto asterisk.
The little Naruto roll, yeah, okay. Yeah, that was just a perfect little accessory. Kyoko, why'd you come rescue me?
so...
To pay a debt or no, to atone. Atone.
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
Even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that, you didn't abandon me. That's exactly what it is. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason I had to survive. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you everything. The reason why I have to survive
In other words...
is so that I can do what I came to the school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. So you have a reason for coming to Hope's Peak.
Indeed.
That's right, at least once I did. Once. Until recently I've forgotten what it was. Forgot that that's... I remember what my purpose was. Memory... blah blah blah, yeah. That is really true.
Makoto.
Remember Makoto? Remember the first thing that happened to us each when we arrived at the school? The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted when I woke up and I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too when I woke up. I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time I had forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school. I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what made you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine what happened by chance. It seems too convenient. You saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think I'm positive. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because my purpose, my ability, somehow they knew it would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
It could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. If what you said is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did, and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always a chance the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, we don't have to make a big deal of it, just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind is one of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However...
That being said, there's a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you're least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but... I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I... understand. I should... My goal isn't to get its...
Yeah, just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I trust you, you know? I'm just not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think it was just her personality. Reason for doing all that investigating. Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at least, very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. Mention your ability. My ability is what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. Ultimate detective. The reason why I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there's someone I had to find in school. Find someone who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why'd you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child, and it turns out he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad is Hope Peak's headmaster? Then that explains. When Alter Ego told us he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way. Blah, 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 blah. My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. Makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense, but listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear, so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said that based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. What did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked, the shelves were a mess, dust drawers were dumped on the floor. Only conclusion that someone didn't know anyone had been in there. So you mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I found. But why there? Because I also found the headmaster's room. Is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. I figured the headmaster would have had some kind of private room there. I assumed that if it were true, the room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
That's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However...
Once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms... What was it like? Part of the school, I mean? It's hard to describe. All I can say is... The moment I saw it, I realized whatever is going on in the school is more horrific than we can ever imagine. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain. You need to see it for yourself. I'm sure you'll get the chance soon enough. That must be important. Really ominous. Okay, and I'm going to save here. Alright, everybody. Hope everybody has a good night and a good day tomorrow. I'm going to crash out and go to bed for work in the morning. But I'll be back on tomorrow, 10 p.m. Central Time as usual. Maybe a little bit early. I'm not exactly sure, but I'll keep everybody updated in the Discord. I will talk to you later. Peace.